Today, in 2022, there are over 6,000 species of coral reefs. Out of those 6,000 species of coral reefs, 50% are dead. The main reason behind this is garbage and waste. There are over 5.25 trillion pieces of plastic that are at fault for these killed coral reefs, and it won't stop if we don't make a change. The idea was to make a machine that is able to clean those coral reefs, but at the same time to not harm any organisms in the process. This would essentially save the oceans and restore them to their natural beauty. The idea came to mind after having watched a nature documentary on how plastic is killing coral reefs. After having watched this, a decision was made that a change needed to happen.
So we asked ourselves, if a machine was created that was able to use technologies to clean the garbage from the coral reefs without damaging them or hurting the marine life, then the killed coral reefs could be restored.
The machine is powered and moved by an RC car found at the bottom of the Ocean Saver. And the real thing, this would be all robotics, so we wouldn't have to control it manually. It can move forward, left, right, and backwards in almost every way possible. There are also many different tools and aspects found in, on, and around the Ocean Saver that help clean the coral reefs. One being a claw found on the side of the machine that will pick up the lighter, more delicate pieces of garbage that we find in the coral reefs. A speaker that plays a 10 Hz soundtrack that would scare away the marine life that may get injured in the process of cleaning. An eco-friendly mesh bag that would store the garbage later to be shot up to the surface of the ocean where it would be collected, similar to our garbage system today. A sensor, or as we used in our model, an LED finger light that would sense the difference between marine life and garbage. 2 solar panels found at the top of the cardboard base that would use to be charged the H2 Ocean Saver during the day. A buoyancy tank, or as we used in our model, a clear reinforced compliant that would either allow water to enter or exit the H2 Ocean Saver, making it sink or float. And a magnet found at the base of the H2 Ocean Saver, which would pick up the heavier debris and garbage that the claw cannot hold. Here's a quick demonstration on how the magnet would be used. The paper clips that were picked up are demonstrated to how the H2 Ocean Saver would pick up heavier metals that the claw cannot hold.
While we were building our model, we found that there was a few improvements that we could do. First of all, when we went to go shopping for our materials, we had some materials in mind to make our visions come true, but we couldn't find them all, and we had to find substitutes that worked just as well but made it slightly less realistic and not working. Second of all, some materials were too heavy for our cardboard base, for example our solar panels. We were going to use real solar panels, like in the real model. We had to substitute them for paper ones for our model. And then we had to substitute our large buoyancy tank for a small plastic tube.
Throughout the experimentation and collected data, a conclusion can be made that the main reason behind coral reef destruction and pollution are pollution, greenhouse gas emissions, and fishing. Greenhouse gas emissions causes bleaching to the coral, dissolution of coral reefs, reduction of growth rate, and even mortality. This can cause the mortality of organisms such as plant or marine life that live in and around the coral reefs. Fishing and shipping causes loss of ecosystems and coral reefs. This can cause an increased rate of vulnerable and critically endangered coral reefs. Pollution to the coral reefs causes replacement of coral with algae, higher risk of disease, impaired growth rate from toxins or heavy metals, blockage of sunlight and nutrients, and an introduction to competition with existing species. This can cause climate change with oceans and in areas around them.
The H2 Ocean Saver would be a hit in the market for environmental companies and activists. Our product is very original and compact. Yes, you can buy a large industrial cleaning vacuum that would damage the coral reefs and pollute our oceans, but ours